Hello, and welcome to another edition of One Bad Veggies Root Beer Review, where in this review we find out if size does matter. In this review, we're going to be doing Hippo-sized jumbo root beer, which once you get a look at the bottle, I don't know why it's called that either, but it's got a hippo on the front of it, so maybe at a different time, maybe it was actually a giant bottle of root beer, but no, now it's a stubby bottle, so it looks fat, but I think it's about the same ounces as any other bottle of root beer you would get. But so not a lot to say. I've never tried this one before, so let's go ahead and just get into the ingredients. So let's go ahead and see if these ingredients, which should be appearing right here, are as hippo-sized as the drink itself, which it isn't. They're normal ingredients. Although, a couple points to notice. Cane sugar, always welcome, of course. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottle while we're talking about the ingredients. The extract oil, it doesn't say what the extract oil is. I'm assuming it's something to add some sort of flavor to it. Wintergreen, which funny enough, I think it's the very last review I was talking about how wintergreen is a pretty common flavor in anise heavy flavored root beers. And then of course natural and artificial flavors, which could mean anything, but you know, that's always kind of the surprise of one of these root beers. So otherwise, I mean, it's a pretty standard set of ingredients. Very standard set of ingredients. So, you know, there's not a whole lot to say other than what's already been said. So let's go ahead and crack it open and get ourselves a little bit of the scent. All right, let's go ahead and crack this open. Looks like this one might be a pop top. So we're going to go ahead and use our Hand of the Kings bottle opener. It's a bottle opener. So let's go. Yep, that looks like exactly what it is. Not a twist top, just a normal old pop top, which is sealed for freshness. That's a pretty good one. I'm liking the scent of that one. It's very sweet, which of course is my favorite. Not overly strong with hints of anise and licorice. Really nothing super outstanding popping out from it, but definitely an enjoyable scent. So let's go ahead and get into the pour and the foam. You know, after looking at the bottle a little bit more, I noticed that it's called Hippo-sized beverages. It's called jumbo root beer. It says it's big in flavor. Also notice that on the side of the bottle, there's a big thing about how it's made in Texas and how everything's bigger in Texas. So I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get the pour and the foam going here. Not really much foam to be had, and it looks like I'm not going to get the opportunity to taste this one either, which is disappointing. So, I mean, I'm not even going to bother to pick it up. I mean, you guys saw it, I saw it, and there's nothing there anymore. There's no fizz, no foam. I mean, it's plenty carbonated, but just no head on that one, which is kind of disappointing. But you know, it doesn't really ever affect the letter grade. The only thing that really affects the letter grade in the end is it any good? So let's go ahead and get to the part where we find that out. All right, let's go ahead and grab the mug here. And as always, bottoms up. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be hard to talk about this one without spoiling what I'm going to end up giving it as a letter grade, honestly. Needless to say, it's very good. I'm not going to get super into the details of why I think it's very good just yet, but it's a sweeter root beer. It doesn't rely too much on the licorice and anise flavors. Like I always say, that's not my favorite thing in the world, so it doesn't really rely on that, but they're definitely there. They're just kind of hidden in the background, which is, I think, is where they belong. Back there somewhere. Not gone, just back there. Because I think the thing is that those flavors should be pushing the Rudy sarsaparilla flavors forward rather than overtaking them. And then just getting into the fact that this is a very creamy root beer, which I like them. That's my favorite. So, I mean, Hippo size is, it's pretty good. So let's go ahead and give it a grade. So, on the bottle, as I said before, talks about how big it is. Big flavor, gigantic flavor. Hippo sized, jumbo root beer. And I can't say it's inaccurate, actually. I kind of wanted to make fun of it because, with all the selling points and everything, but it got a lot of flavor, very sweet, and again, I'm always going for a sweet root beer rather than a not Rudy, because I do like a Rudy root beer too. Just the whole anise thing. I feel like I really talk about that in every review, but really when you think about root beers, you really kind of have three flavor profiles that are kind of usually arguing with each other. You have the rootiness, you have the licorice, and a lot of times you have vanilla. And they're all kind of fighting against each other to see which one's going to be the strongest flavor to come out. And this one, I think, is the balance that I prefer the most. Whereas like in the last review, when we were talking about natural brew, I was saying that it was a B because it balanced those flavors together. Now, for me personally, I have a flavor profile that I like even better than balanced, and that's when it's extra creamy, extra kind of vanilla. It's my favorite. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just my favorite. So, and this root beer fills that favorite sort of thing. It is definitely immediately catapulted up to one of my favorite root beers I've ever had. I'm giving it an A. There's not really a whole much else I can say to it other than, I compare it favorably to things like Sprecher's and stuff like that, because that is my favorite root beer. And while this one doesn't have the honey inside of it, that kind of makes Sprecher's kind of have its own special taste. It's everything else that I like about root beer is what this root beer is pushing forward. So Hippo size A. So that's it for this review. I'm not sure if I mentioned in the last one, I'm trying to do a little bit of a spring cleaning. Well, I guess this is winter cleaning, but I'm doing cleaning. I've decided to separate the root beer reviews into its own channel and make my main channel a separate channel, as well as still keeping the VOD channel as well. So if you're looking for any of the 5 videos that were not root beer or Gundam related on the old channel, those are over there now. So, and all that stuff is linked in the profile on the YouTube page and everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. And other than that, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. So I hope you had a good time.